Hi friends, welcome to my Smart Shock YouTube channel, and today we are going to discuss about Vim text editor. So Vim text editor is a text editor for Linux based operating systems like Ubuntu, Red Hat and CentOS kind of platforms. So where the usage of mouse is kind of restricted, and we will be using keyboard for doing the navigation, copy paste, search, replace and all these kind of functionalities. So without further ado, let's get started. So first of all, to get started with the Vim text editor, we need to install it using the sudo apt install command. So I'll go ahead and type the command out. Sudo apt install Vim. So since I have already installed the Vim text editor, it is not doing anything for me. But if you have not installed Vim already in your operating system, please use this command to install it, and once you execute that command, Vim will be installed. So let's go ahead and create a simple sample text file using Vim. So the syntax is like this: Vim followed by the file name. So I'll be giving the sample.txt file and clicking enter. So once I enter it, so Vim text editor will open up for me, and here we can see, so whenever we enter into the Vim text editor, it will be in the command mode. So if you want to write something out into this file, you have to enter the insert mode by typing out the I keyword. So once I enter the I keyword, so the insert command will be shown below, so which indicates that we are in the insert mode. So let's go ahead and type something. This file is created using Vim text editor. So I'll go ahead, and I have written out the file contents into the file. So but this alone will not save the file into your system. So you have to again exit from the insert command and get into the command mode, and then you have to type colon followed by W and Q. Here W stands for write and then Q stands for quit. So when I hit enter, it will write out the file for me. So let's go ahead and check whether the file has been created. Yes, we can see that the file has been created now. So let's verify the content of it using the cat function. So yeah, so this file is created using Vim text editor. This is what we had created. Okay, so now we have seen like how to create a file using Vim. So now let's get into editing part of Vim text editor. So I'll be using a bigger file, which is a sample config file which I downloaded from the internet, so that it has multiple lines so that I can do other uh, commands in the Vim. So let's go ahead and start Vim sample config.txt. So here you can see that earlier also we used the same command. The syntax was vim followed by the file name. So here if the file name is already not existing, Vim will create it for you. Whereas if you already have a file, so it will just open that for you. Okay, so now we are inside the config file. So let's go through the blog and see what we have here. So here we are seeing the navigation part. So the first four commands help us in understanding to move the cursor to left, right, up and down, and the next two commands will help us in moving the cursor to the beginning of the line and end of the line, followed by the other two commands which will help us to move our cursor into the starting of the file and the ending of the file, which is followed by colon n. Here n is nothing but a number, so here whatever the number we enter, our cursor will go to the beginning of that particular line number. And then we will see like how we can search for some words in the document, and also how we can search like the next occurring word, and followed by we will do some replace. So find, we are doing the find here and then replace functionality here. So once this navigation thing and find replace is done, we will go into the editing things. So here there are multiple ways of getting into the insert mode. So earlier we saw how to use the I command and get into the insert mode. So here it will just go to the cursor where it is there. Whereas when we use A, capital A, O, and other so these other five things, so we will be going and inserting new line before and after the cursor, and we'll go to the end of the line or beginning of the line. And then we will see how to delete lines, how to delete a word, how to delete the content from where the cursor is there to the end of the file and beginning of the line. So followed by copying, pasting, different types of copy paste, and then undo and redo things. So we'll see all these things. So followed by, so these are the important things. So modes, so Vim has different modes. So the command mode is an important mode where we will do some kind of changes to the file. For example, the copy paste, delete, undo, redo, all these things are done in this command mode. Whereas insert mode is used only for inserting like a new content into the file or removing or something like that. Editing the file is done in the insert mode, whereas the advanced functionalities like redo, undo, cut, paste, copy, all these things are done using the command mode. So and then also we have something called as visual mode, which will help us to kind of select the text in the uh, text file. So there are three different types of visual mode. The normal visual is we can enter the normal visual mode by typing V, so which will give us the option to select each and every line along with the column numbers. Whereas visual line mode will allow us only to copy the entire line, and control V is a block mode, so where we can select uh, the both the rows and columns, and it will be same for each line. So we will be seeing this in the practical session. So followed by miscellaneous things. So these commands plays a very important role. So whereas we can see the colon followed by W will help us to save the changes that are done to the file. Whereas colon Q will quit the Vim editor, and Q followed by an exclamation mark quits without saving, and then WQ writes and saves and then quit the Vim editor. And then we have colon set number, so which will show the line numbers, and set no number, which will remove the line numbers. And then we have this help command, which will show us all the available commands in Vim editor. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see one by one. So let me see how we can go. So here first let's get started with moving the cursor left, right, up and down. So I'll be typing H, whereas the computer will sound an error sound is made saying that there is no left, we can't move the cursor to our left. Okay, so I will move down now. So for moving down we have to press J. So I'm pressing J and we are kind of moving down. So the cursor is moving down. So let's go right. So for right the key is L. Okay, I'm pressing L and the cursor is moving right. So now I'm pressing H and it is going to the left. But it seems to be a good thing, but it is just allowing me to move only by one character at a time. So now if I want to go to the start of this line, I will click 0, and then if I want to go to the end of the line, I will press dollar symbol, so which is shift 4. So yeah, when I click the shift 4, it takes me to the last character in the line. When I click 0, it is taking me to the beginning of the line. This is nice, but if I want to go to the start of my file, I will press GG. So clicking the key G 2 times will take me to the starting of the file, and then pressing the capital G will take me to the last line. So now I'm at the last line. As we can see, we are at the 10,931st line. Okay, so now let's see, like if I want to go to the 429th line, all I have to do is colon followed by 429 line. So it will take me to the 429th line. We can confirm this by looking at here like 429.01. Then we can confirm this in a more sophisticated way by setting the line numbers. So I'll go ahead and type set line number, and then you can see that our cursor is at 429th line. So if I want to move somewhere in the 427th line, somewhere over here or somewhere, so I'll just look at the column number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Maybe I'll just put 427 comma, okay, 423. So you can do this also, like 423 minus 10 12, so it will take me to this number. So this is how we'll go to that particular line number. So again, let me check by going through some 8123rd line. So it will take me to the 8123rd line. So now we saw how to navigate and all. So next, let's see how we can do some kind of finding and replacing the thing. So I'm interested in this particular word called default. So I want to search where all this default is present in this file. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and click / followed by the word I'm interested in, which is default. So where is my cursor now? So now the cursor moves to this first occurrence from where the earlier position of the cursor was. So it is now at 8175 line. So now if I want to see the next occurrence of word default, I'll click on small n, which will take me to the next occurrence of it. So we can see, like, so these are the defaults. For example, now we are at 8264th line. So if I want to go in a reverse order, all I have to do is click Shift N, so which will take me in a reverse direction. So small n will take me in the clockwise direction, whereas capital N will take me in the reverse direction. So for example, if you want to find a word before your cursor, then you will click capital N, whereas if you want to find the word after your cursor, you will press small n. So yeah, this was the find function. So if you want to replace something, then you have another command which is called %s followed by, let's say, I'll just use the same word, default. Then I want to change it to capital default. So first thing will be the small default which we are interested in. So this will be found and then it will be replaced with the capital default and followed by small g. Here g refers to the global thing. So all the defaults will be converted into capital default. Okay, now we can see that there were like 272 substitutions on 269 different lines. So it says that, so 272 in 272 places the default was converted into capital default and they were present on 267 lines. Okay, now we saw the default thing. Let's again go ahead and find our capital default. ULT and so it's changed to capital default. So yeah, so just now we saw how to do find and replace and the navigation thing. So let's move ahead and see how we can do copy and paste things. So let's say I want to copy some particular line. Let's say I want to copy this 100th line. So what I'll press YY, which will do copying for me. And then if I want to paste that particular line below my cursor, I will just type small p. So you can see that on 101st line it got pasted. Whereas if I want to paste the same thing above my cursor. So let's say I'm on line number 86. Okay, let's go to line number 87. So I want it to be pasted in line number in above this line. So what I will do, I will click Shift P. So as you can see, this line got pasted above this line. So if you want to paste it above the cursor, you will use capital P, whereas if you want to paste it below the line, you will use small p, capital P. So this was copy paste. If you want to copy, like, let's say 5 lines from, let's say, uh, okay, let's say here, so he have like from line number 48 to 53 or something like that. I'll say I want to copy 5 lines. So what I will do, I will type 5 followed by yy. It says 5 lines yanked is nothing but copied, and now I want to paste it somewhere else. Let's say I want to paste it in line number 60. So what I will do, I'll just paste. So since I want it to be pasted below the cursor, I will hit small p. So as you can see, the 5 lines have been pasted. So this was the copy paste thing. And now let's say I want to delete this pasted thing. What I will do, I'll just go ahead and type dd, so that the line number 60 got deleted. And also we have other 4 lines which was copied earlier, so I want to delete them also. So what I will do is, I'll just type 4 more lines. I'll type 4 followed by dd, so 4 lines will be deleted. And then that was the delete option. And then if I want to delete only one word, so currently my cursor is at this point, 62nd line. I want to get rid of this word availability. So what I will do is, like, I'll press D followed by W. W stands for word, so that availability is gone now, so it is deleted. So if I want to delete the entire line from where the cursor is standing, so I don't want to delete this entire line 62, but I want to delete to the right of my cursor. So what I will do is, I'll type D followed by dollar symbol. So it just deleted all the content to the right of my cursor. So now let's see how we can delete the left part, or from the cursor to the beginning of the line. So it's a very simple operation again here, D followed by caret symbol. So that this deletes the content which are to the left of the cursor. So this was basically the copy, paste, delete and all those things. So now let's move on to the insert mode and all those things. So currently, initially we saw how to use the I key to get into the insert mode. Now let us see what happens here. Again, I'll just use these 4 things. So if I want to insert after the cursor, as you can see, our cursor is at 64th line first here. So when I do I, you can see the cursor is staying at the same place and the mode has changed from command to insert. Now again I'll go back to the command mode. Now I will type a, small a. So now you can see we have entered insert mode, but the cursor had moved 1.1 place to the right. So now what if I want to insert at the end of the line? All I have to do is go back to the command mode and then type capital A. So as you can see, we entered the insert mode and our cursor has moved to the last thing. Also, if you want to insert some extra line and then enter into the insert mode, it is also easy. Just do small o. It will insert 1 line below and we will enter the insert mode. Similarly, if you want to add a new line above this cursor, you can do capital O. So this will add a line above and then we will also get into the insert mode. So this was it for the insert mode to command mode. So coming to the visual mode, which is a kind of interesting thing. So let's again go back to the command mode and try the visual mode. Visual mode has 3 things. First is the normal visual mode, where now I have pressed small v and then we have entered into the visual mode. I will show you from the cursor. If I go up, the up things get selected, whereas if I go down, the down part gets selected. If I want to go, if I click on the right key, so it will select right. If I go left, it will just unselect all those things. So this is just like the shift right, shift left button we use in the Word or other text editors. The same thing is available here in the visual mode. So this can be used to kind of copy only the like kind of custom copying the things and all. Same like using the mouse button like this, but this will not help you to copy with YYP and all, whereas this visual mode will help you to copy or select the text. So this was the normal visual mode. So I'll again exit to the command mode. Now let's enter into the visual line mode, which is by pressing the capital V button. So now you can see we are in the visual line mode. So what this does is like it will just take inputs as like up arrow and down arrow, and it will select the entire line. It will not give you an option to go left or right. As you can see, my cursor is going left or right, but still the entire line is selected. So from the cursor, if you go down, the down part gets selected, and from above it, the above part gets selected. So this was it with the visual line mode. You can just again use YY and then you do P, it gets pasted. So that was it. And then coming back to the visual block mode, I'll again escape this section. I'll type Control V, and you can see that we are in the visual block mode. So here what happens is our cursor will select only one column if we just click on the down button. If I press right button, it just selects 2, 3 or how much ever it goes. So it selects only that many columns in all the above lines. So this is called block copy. So if you want to check for some indentation error or something else, you can use this visual block, and also this helps in copying only in a block wise. So for example, here as you can see here, there are like 22 lines and then 49 columns, and only those part will be copied. So that is the beauty of this visual block mode. I'll just go ahead and copy, then I'll paste it. As you can see here, whatever we had copied is kind of pasted here. So that is the beauty of this visual block mode. So yeah, after that we have seen I'm coming back to the command mode again. So let's see what, so to do the changes, so we have done so many changes in this file. So if I want to save them, all I have to do is colon followed by W, enter. So it says like these many changes have been done and it has been written to this sample config.txt file. And if I want to exit from this Vim editor, all I have to do is colon Q, and then it does. Okay, so now it exited from the Vim text editor. So if I want to do the saving and exiting, I can use a combined command called WQ, and it will save the file and then exit for you. So if you want to just exit, so let me show you. I'll do some changes. I just typed some random numbers here, random letters. So I don't want this to be saved. So what I will do is like I'll just use the escape. I'll come to the command mode, Q followed by exclamation mark. So this will force quit the Vim editor without saving the changes I made. So yeah, this was it with respect to the Vim cheat sheet. So the one last thing which we are left with is the help command. So when we enter the Vim command, Vim editor, we will be in the command mode. So if we just type help, we will get the help section here. So here you can see all the things which we saw earlier. So this will help you to kind of find all the commands which can be accessed inside your Vim editor. So after this, after finding for whatever you were looking into, you can just quit this by using the colon Q again. So this will remove our help section. Again, if you want, you can just close it. And this was it for today's video, guys. I hope this was a helpful session or helpful video for you guys. If you found this interesting, please like, subscribe and share this video across your friends and family. And yeah, take care, have a great day. So thank you guys.